Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Game Dojo. You know where you are. We are the one-stop shop for gaming, deep within the heart of gaming country, within the confounds of the gamer nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a request. I had an inbox. He wanted to stay anonymous, I guess, because people might give him crap for his gaming choice, but I'm not. He said, do you ever do any sports games? Must be new to my channel because me and NBA Jam go back a very long way. Me and basketball games in general. It's the reason why I have Bulls versus the Blazers in the NBA playoffs on my wall. I'm sorry, by the way. Let me light up the dojo so you guys can see it. Okay, that's a bit better. So, get it? Now, up there, right there, that is Bulls versus the Blazers in the NBA playoffs and Royal Rumble. If you didn't get his selection, he wants sports games. He's asking me if I play sports games, and yes, I do. And every console has had sports games because that's just a very popular niche. Everybody wants to be their favorite basketball star, their favorite wrestler, their favorite race car driver, their favorite tennis player, their famous golfer. Everybody wants that ability to have the fantasy of being that great sports player. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into a bunch of different consoles and a bunch of different sports games, because now the only sport games that seem like they come out are 2K, WWE 2K, 2K basketball, and it used to be Madden, but Madden has fallen off. So it's just 3 sports games. But this is not the generation that I grew up on. You see, the console generation I grew up on, there were, I'd probably say thousands, maybe if not hundreds of thousands of sports games from all different over. College, professional, minor. I mean, Barkley, Shut Up and Jam, Shaq Fu, Shaq Fu is Shaq Fu. It's what it says it is. It's Shaquille O'Neal doing Kung Fu. Shaq Fu. And I actually own that on multiple consoles. Like I said, that's neither here nor there. But my buddy, sorry you didn't want your name mentioned. I'm not going to mention your name, but this sports video is dedicated to you. Now, sports games are very long and intricate, so we're not going to jump in and play all of them, but I am going to give you a glimpse of, over the years, how these sports games have transcended in graphics, time, and basically coding. Because now they're as real as they can be without making real live people be here. But there are some game systems that did the sports genre absolutely crazy. Sega CD, I'm talking to you. Talking to you, Sega CD. That's right. I know you. I see you. Sega CD. Sega. Nintendo is great too. I would say Nintendo recently started doing the next gen sports games on Switch. Before that, Bulls versus the Blazers in the NBA playoff, and then there's Bulls versus the Lakers in the NBA playoff. Bulls versus the Blazers was Super Nintendo. Bulls versus the Lakers was Sega Genesis. You also had NBA Jam, NBA Courtside, NBA Live 95, 2K, NHL, MLB, every sport you could ever want to play, FIFA, soccer, every sport you could ever want to play, handball, badminton, every sport you could ever play, every game system had something for you. And we're just going to give you a little bit of a blend of showcasing how over the years these sports games changed and what system, because there may be a game that I show you that you may be like, yo, I never played that. That looked the bomb. How can I play it? Well, today I'm going to let you know. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to sit back, relax with your favorite bag of snacks, and get ready for these game tracks, because I am the Game Ninja, and this is what I do for you. And as always, you have a co-pilot seat right here next to me. I get the thrashing, you get the laughing from the safe zone. I ain't going to be angry, not going to be harsh. I ain't the best sports player. I ain't the best gamer in all of different games, but you come to my world on some games that I can't wreck shop, Mario Kart being one, you're going to have shattered dreams and splintered nightmares. But having said that, everybody has their genre that they belong to that they're absolutely great in. So ladies and gentlemen, let's jump in to some gaming digital wise. All right, we're starting out on a very old system. It is the Atari. I am using the Atari 50th Celebration collection to jump into some games. So we're going to start from, let's sort by platform. Here we go. Let's go back. Sort by year. All right, so we're gonna start with we can start with the 2600. There you go. We'll start by platforms, but we did have some before that. So let's start. Yeah, that's the 2600. Alright, so we do arcade. We could start by arcade. I don't mind doing arcade. I don't know if there was any big sports games. This is reimagined. So it's Year's Revenge, Akira, Asteroids, Deluxe, Breakout, Centipede, Cloak and Dagger, Fire Truck, Food Fight, iRobot. We're looking for sports games. Pong, that's kind of like tennis, but no. We're looking for actual sports games. Canyon Bomber, Centipede, Combat, Crystal, Dark Climbers, Demonoids, Haunted House, Millipede. See, I don't think Atari had that many sports games because it was really hard to render. But let's try out baseball. You guys want to try out baseball? Don't laugh, guys. Don't laugh. This is old school. This was baseball for us back in the day. All right. Ball. Toss it back. Bow. Toss it back. Bow. Ah, I missed. Toss it back. Yep. Toss it back. There we go. Ready? Right down the old alley. Ball. Come on, man. That was a strike. Let's try this again. Try this again. Ready? Yeah, right here. Toss it back to him. All right, ready? Ah, walked him. Okay, so. No, I said stop, guys. I said stop. I know what y'all thinking. This is basketball. This was basketball back in the day. How you gonna steal the ball, guys? Yo, I'm getting my Atari butt whooping. Alright, that's enough. We getting embarrassed right here. We get embarrassed on Atari. Boxing. Like I said, I'm gonna make these as quick as possible for you guys. Come on, you want some? You want some? Come on, give you a right and left. Right and left. Giving him them body shots, baby. Giving him them straight body shots. Anyway, that is boxing. I know what you're thinking. You guys are like, yo, the struggle was real. The struggle was real. This is football, guys. Hut. And we tackled. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, man. Ready? He threw it to nobody. There was nobody there. Caught him. Catch him. Catch him. Catch him. Intercept. No, that was an interception. Incomplete. Catch him. Tackled him. Go for it. Why he throw it downfield? Alright, so I know what y'all saying. Y'all like, damn. Yeah, the struggle was real. I'm not gonna lie. The struggle was real. We're gonna do just a few more sports and then we're gonna hop off. Dun 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 dun. Was that a score? Did we score? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alright. I know what you're saying. Believe it or not, we wasted hours upon hours in these things, guys. You ready? See, that's how it goes. Yeah. I know some of you guys are like, I could never do that. I get it. I ain't gonna, I mean, I might as well do volleyball just to show you what it's like. We scored. Ready? We scored again. Yeah. So, let me see if I can, jump ahead. 7800 wasn't really, well, let me show you what basketball looked like on a 7800. See? That's a little bit better, guys. You a little bit happier? Come on, guys, just for the sound? No? You talk about the 80s, y'all. This is the 80s. No? You ain't gonna give me nothing. Look at them graphics. Look at them graphics. This is the 80s, bruh. Alright. Maybe it's just me. Come on, guys, you gotta admit, that was That was a big difference. That was a big difference in jumping graphics. Still not impressed, huh? I get you. Hold on. I wonder if the links had anything. Sorry, my throat piece is all jacked up right now. That's on the links. Let's see if they have anything on a Jaguar. Any sports games on a Jaguar that I can rock real quick and show you? Nah. All right, so we gonna move on to the next system. All right, guys. So we jumped from Atari to Nintendo. This is the NES. Now you notice there is a huge boost in graphics, even though this is still in 1987. This is one of the games that was famous for these little loading screens in between when you were playing. So the game is little guys on the screen, but when you go for a dunk, everything turns to this. I know, hot, right? Say does the star-spangled banner yet wave, the land of the free, for the land of the brave. Alright. That look good. New York look good. Level 1. And you seen him throw the ball in there, right? That was kind of hot. All right. What the hell was that, bro? Damn. They killing your boy. How he gonna snatch it just straight out my hands? Bro, we getting our ass handed to us right now. Alright, we're gonna stop and jump into another game. This is just ridiculous and embarrassing. Blades of Steel. This was a hockey game on the NES. Blades of Steel. This is 1988, guys. 1988. Don't ever forget that. Remember the time frame we're in. One of the greatest aspects of this game is fighting. You could actually fight people. Blades of Steel. Home run. That was bases loaded, ladies and gentlemen. And if we out here, how can we not do the best sports game in the world, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, it is really crazy outside. Can I show you real quick, guys? It's going crazy outside my window right now. It's a storm. All right. We out here. Yo. Yo, holla at your boy. I know you just saw that. I know you saw that first round knockout, one knockdown, totally took out Glass Joe. That's a new record. That's a record. That's a record for me. That is a new world record. First time in the Kumite and the guy breaks the friggin' world record. Hey, even though it's storming, I hope my power don't cut out. But yeah, y'all saw that. You saw that. You saw it. This is one of the greatest sports games on Nintendo, and I absolutely loved it. So that's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. We're going to jump one more game in on NES, and then we're going to jump systems to the Sega Genesis. Oh, well, that sucked. Y'all can hear it storming, I know. All right, so part one really sucked, but part two got a lot better. Let me show you what part two looked like. All right, part two was really a jump in graphics. I love part two better when I think of track and field, even though you still have to. I used to use like a popsicle stick on the buttons to make them go faster, or you can get like that turbo controller. I recognize the music. This is nostalgia ASMR for sure. Bow to each other. Bow to me. Hajime.
caught him with them spinning back kicks. That's some bullshit. Yeah, see, they didn't coddle you back in the day. That shit said loser. They didn't coddle you. There was no participation trophy. You was a loser or a winner. They didn't coddle us back in the day. They straight up said it. When you played Street Fighter, it'd be like, you lose. Loser. They had there was no kind of softness to them at all. They wanted to let you know. So now we gonna jump systems. Now we on that Sega Genesis. And when it came to Sega Genesis, this was the leader of sports games in the 80s and 90s. Literally. They were overtaken later on in the deep 90s. But Sega and Sega Sports is undeniably the biggest sports platform from the 80s to the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, Sega Genesis. First up the bat, coming out hard, that Electronic Arts classic Super Baseball. EA Sports. This is before it was in the game. Excuse me, Super 2020 baseball. Yeah, I know, this is next gen. We went from a huge jump from Nintendo to Sega Genesis. I had never played Super 2020 baseball in my life. That game is the bomb. I thought it was gonna come back. I did not know it was a back and forth. There we go. There we go. Trying to get the mechanics down. I kind of dug that bowling game. I don't think I ever played it. I know I had it, but I don't think I ever played it. But this game, we did play. This game is the bomb bizzle boogity shabop shabang bang diddly squat. If you don't know what this game is, I do not know if we can be friends as gamers. I'm sorry. We might be cool, but if you don't know... Welcome to NBA Jam. If you don't know, is it the shoes? Puts up a brick for two. No good. And fire bucket. No good. Now I'm playing on the Sega Genesis, so I haven't busted Sega Genesis in a very long time. So I'm gonna start a game, but I can't guarantee I'm gonna be able to baptize the beat for y'all, so I might not be my best. Look at them graphics, look at that. But I want you guys to hear the sounds, because NBA Jam was known for the sounds, so I don't know what the controls are. Let me see if they can show you what the controls are. Alright, so A is to shoot, B is the turbo, and C is the pass. Okay, that seems pretty simple. That seems pretty simple. Welcome to NBA Jam! It's gonna be like no record. No record. Alright. Now we in New Jersey, so I could do the New Jersey, but I'm picking my boys. Where we at? Where Chicago? Pimpin', Pimpin'. Tonight's matchup, Dallas Mavericks versus Chicago Bulls. Ah, shit. That's what I'm talking about. Let's yam that shit. Yam that shit. Yam that shit. Yam that shit. Yo, why ain't you over here doing nothing, bro? You supposed to be my computer assist. Come on, bro. You supposed to be my computer assist. Get that ball, bro. Get that ball. Get that ball. Get that ball. Get that ball, bro. Bro. He hit you with the boom shakalaka? Really? Oh, and he stole that shit. Bro, what are you? Yo, you embarrassing me. You embarrassing me, bro. You embarrassing me, bro. Bro, you embarrassing me. Bro, you embarrassing me. Get that ball. Get that ball, bro. Bro, you had a chance. Are you kidding me, sir? Are you kidding me, bro? Bro, are you kidding me? Bro. Bro, get that damn ball. Bro, get that ball. Get that damn ball. Get that ball. Bro, what are you doing? All right. Get that damn ball back, bro. Get that damn ball back. Yo, this is not good. This is not good, bro. I mean, we ain't losing by a lot. Bro, stop him! What are you doing? Bro, stop him. Bro, stop him. What are you doing? Bro. Did you not? Oh my God, bro. You ain't getting rebounds and nothing. All right, I would love to keep this game going to see how it ends, but we got some sports games to jump into, guys. This is NBA Jam. So, ladies and gentlemen, we done stepped up another system from Sega Genesis to Sega CD, showing you the evolution of sports games. I actually love this video. I forgot how much I love some of these sports games, and some of these games I never had an opportunity to play, which sucks. That really does suck. I'm not gonna lie. Sega Sports, Park Place Productions, National Football League, NFL Films. NFL's greatest, San Francisco versus Dallas. I don't know if any of you even heard of this game. Are you ready for some football? Din-din-din, din-din-din. Din-din-din, din-din-din. Yeah, this is the shiz. This was the shiz. I'm telling you. See, y'all don't know what you've missed until you dive into these old systems. You don't know what you missed until you dive into these old systems. Check out these game mechanics, baby.
Here's the coin toss.
I like the real.
The San Francisco 49ers kicking off.
I like the real little clips.
Heading right down the middle of the field. Number 31 takes it in near the goal line for the Cowboys. He's looking for a wedge, heading back upfield. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, moving ahead, and finally hauled down.
I know, it's just pretty cool. It's a cool concept.
It's 1st and 10.
Run and shoot. We doing run and shoot, run and shoot.
It's Troy Aikman. With the ball, it's Emmett Smith juking in the backfield, gets to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You said, That shit sound like it hurt.
It's 2nd and 5.
Pro set, pro set, pro set, pro set, pro set.
This is Troy Aikman looking over the defense for the Dallas Cowboys. Under center, waiting the snap. Long kick.
Blue 32.
3 straight back. Upfield, it's Michael Irvin, and a reception for the Dallas Cowboys.
Come on, admit it. Y'all kind of like this concept a little bit. See, how many of y'all even know this game existed? How many of y'all knew this game existed? Really?
The back is Troy Aikman, rolling right, looking upfield. Pass complete to Dorsett, heading upfield and tackle.
All right, we got to get to more games, guys. I know you want to see more of this, but we got to get to more games.
That's a 7-yard pickup.
From the pages of Sega CD, we got another small football game. But if you ain't never seen the commercial for this, I don't know what I could tell you. It was in the Genesis Does commercial, and they had him literally walk up to the screen. It says, Genesis Does. That's a clue. That's a big clue if you don't know who it is. Joe Montana, baby. NFL football. Genesis does. Joe Montana, real football. What y'all know about this? What you know about this? Now remember, this is 1993, y'all. 1993. Oh, come on, dude. That was an interception. You should have been there on that one. Cover by cover formation. Why was you not there? We got to jump into another way.
RBI.
Now we're going to jump from the Sega CD over to the 32X. Now, if you didn't know what the 32X is, it was an attachment that went on top of the Sega Genesis that supposedly gave you 32-bit graphics over 16. If you stuck that on top of the Sega CD attachment and put it all together, it was called the Tower of Power. It was the Sega CD, the Sega Genesis, and the Sega 32X. And if you wanted to stack it higher, you'd put the Game Genie in there. But this is what the games look like on a 32X.
Oh.
You're up. You're up.
Good bird.
You said, yes, sir.
Fly ball to center field. You're out.
I figured I'd get a little WWF in here since we pretty much have been doing all the different sports, but I haven't included wrestling yet. I've done boxing, I've done soccer, I've done baseball, football, basketball. I figure I might as well throw some wrestling in here. Now that's WWF. This is how I knew it. You guys have WWE. I don't know what the hell that is, but back in the day, this is what we had. Rest in peace to the great Scott Hall, Razor Ramon Chico. If you never played this before, trying to think of an arcade wrestler meets Street Fighter. Always love the graphics of this. I just let you see the intro. So this is WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. All right, this is another one we jumped into for the Sega 32X World Series Baseball 1998. Then we're gonna jump to another system, guys.
Next up, for the Braves, the center fielder, number 7. Next up, for the Braves, the second baseman, number 20.
Only 50 miles an hour. You ain't have nothing on that, man. Come on. Right down the old alley. 85. Whew. That has some quickness. You're out.
Next up, for the Braves, the third baseman, number 10.
Right down the old alley. Right down the old alley. Bet you don't have enough hair on your sack to throw another one, buddy. Right down the old alley. Come on. Come on, bro. I said right down the alley. You going to the right. Come on, bring it back in. Gotta walk him. That was 4 balls.
Next up, for the Braves, the first baseman, number 27. Next up, for the Braves, the left fielder, number 18.
Al Bundy. Bro, are you gonna swing?
And foul.
I don't know. That was on the line. Good eye, man.
Next up,
Now, when you jump a little bit higher, we jump to PlayStation 1, the later version of the 90s, mid to later version of the 90s. This is where real graphic CD technology and loading actually really began. This is when the birth of modern day graphics started. So this is 1996. So that gives you a number right there. You can automatically see the graphics have jumped again by generation to generation. Because PlayStation was CD based. Sculptured software. This is the birth of the load times and the loading screens. I don't think I can do it. You gonna tell me I'm a tough guy? Come on, I can try it. I don't know, guys. Yeah, you notice the graphics, right? Graphics is completely different from what we just played. Enter the loading times. These are the day of the load times. And high adventure, Conan.
Miller. Unbelievable. Stole the ball. Dumont. Knocks it loose. Miller. That's gotta hurt. Look out. Knocks it loose. Dumont. Dumont. For three.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are arriving. Same time frame, 1996. Back then, we didn't have just one game maker coming out with basketball, football, baseball, soccer. What you know about that? What you know about that? Come on, guys. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? Battle 3 when we PSPS PlayStation Network 96. Watch that. What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that. We're just gonna let you see a little bit. We're gonna let you see a little bit. And then we're gonna bounce out. We're gonna bounce out. We're gonna bounce out. Loading. Like I said, enter the load times. Let's do a com versus com so you can see. Since I ain't gonna make y'all wait and so I learn how to play, I'll let y'all just watch some Jones going down. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going down. I'm telling you, it's the 90s. 3 kinds of games. You want to jump on a system? What? You can't be late.
Preseason game. The Buffalo Bills versus the Buffalo Bills.
As you can see, we're starting to progress to what you guys know today as like Madden football.
One setback. 41. Team formation. 28. 28. Shotgun. 56. 56. Incomplete. Team formation. Ready. Set. Cut.
We jump systems once again to the Xbox. Once again, this is the original Xbox. Which each generation jump, you notice that the graphics become smoother, the characters become more real, the physics get better. That's because technology are making leaps and bounds. Literally from one year to the next, you've seen upgrades on everything. Now you have to wait a few years for an upgrade, but back then, people were just wanted to be the first ones to the market with the new technology and the new games. NFL 2K2. I know y'all on like 26 now, but this is 2K2. 2K2. 2K2, guys. Now you're starting to notice it's starting to look a little bit like of what we have nowadays.
It's the preseason, football fans. Time to take off that suntan lotion and put on that face paint. I'm Dan Stevens, along with Peter O'Keefe. And Mr. O'Keefe, who do we keep our eye on today?
Don't overlook Hugh Douglas. This former NFL Rookie of the Year has secured himself as one of the league's most dangerous pass rushers. He's going to be putting the hurt on today.
He might be the guy to watch, but what about his team?
Well, one of the NFC's most talented units, Dan, Philly's defense is a more than adequate complement for their powerful offensive attack. There are so many threats on this defense. It makes me dizzy just thinking about it.
Starting to head into the 2000s, this is where those leaps and bounds started changing everything when it came to making games and what games needed to look like, sound like, feel like, and run.
He has the ability to go the distance on any given play.
The name 2K you should know, because even to this day in 2025, 2K is one of the leading makers of games in the United States and around the world.
Well, if the end of last year was any indication, the Pack should look to be back with a vengeance, as the retention of several key players mean that this is a team no one looks forward to playing. The question is, can they keep up the momentum?
Thanks for the lowdown, Peter. Now let's go to the coin toss.
It was tail.
So we've come from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s to the 2000s. We've traveled through a bunch of different systems to showcase a bunch of different graphic styles and game types to come here. The last game I'm going to show you is going to be literally the definitive idea of where we are now.
Perfect kickoff.
They got the ball. Let's see if they can take care of business.
First and 10. The Eagles have two tight ends. It's a block. McNabb rolls out. Fastball incomplete.
Chad Lewis had it dead to rights, but couldn't make that. It's in the game.
We made a jump up to 2008 right now. So now we're in 2008. This is Madden NFL 08. Just to let you know, this is where we are now. So we made the leap from where we were in the early 2000s to close to the mid 2000s right here.
We're in Seattle, Washington, ready to bring you another great NFL matchup. Thanks for joining us here on a great night for football. Each of these teams look ready to get this game started as the 49ers match up against the Seahawks. The crowd is ready, the teams are ready, so let's get tonight's game going.
San Francisco is lined up for the kickoff. Burleson back deep to return.
From the 2. Burleson accelerates and takes it down to the 31. In my mind, a big advantage to this offensive unit with their running game against a defensive unit that has a tough time stopping the ball.
The front seven needs to get more aggressive. They need to get the jump on those offensive tackles and force them to get their inside foot back so they can take off in the middle.
The blitz is on. Rolls right. With the throw. Missed. Jefferson. He has it. Bobby Ingram. It's a very difficult catch to secure the first down.
When you go up like that, coming down with it is usually not much fun, especially when you've got guys nearby who are waiting to put a lick on you.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Alexander, the lone back. There's the halfback. Willis is there on the stop
On the run.
at the 35.
3-yard
Mixing
gain
runs
on the
with
play.
passes keeps the defense on.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Overswing right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Get it. Yeah, you see it. Watch out. Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Pumps once. Rolling out to his right. Gets the pass off. This one falls incomplete. The defense was coming after him on that play.
He knew he didn't have much time, and he decided to get rid of the ball quickly on that one.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Lucky. One of us will make a play.
Seattle lines up with 7 guys in the secondary. Gets rid of it, and he makes the goal. Tucker brings him down before he can reach the marker. Ingram can't get past the marker, so it'll bring up 4th down. Gus Brown will put them in the lead if he makes this. For the field goal. Decent drive, turning their first possession into 3 points.
You want to get something on your first possession. They were looking for a touchdown, but the defense kind of tightened up.
Now, we started from the bottom, now we're here. So we're going to jump from 2008, about a decade, to Madden 2019. In that 10-year span, you're actually going to see graphics transformed tremendously with different engines that they use to produce these games. Now we're hitting the point of what gaming looks like today and what it feels like today. Now, this is before the microtransactions in the next Madden games and before the death of John Madden. 2019 to me seems to be the last great Madden game that I played that wasn't riddled with microtransactions and issues. And before you get copyright, I'm gonna pause that. I'm trying to keep it low enough so that the music doesn't gig in this and I get a copyright violation. But the NFL games is all kinds of popular music now. So hopefully it's low enough where it doesn't register, but I don't know what the algorithm's gonna do. But you can see the graphics of what they look like between 2008 and 2019. Now, I also eliminated PlayStation 2 and a bunch of other, like Sega Dreamcast, because they have tons of sports games, but I wanted to go from system to system. So we had Nintendo, we had Atari, we had Sega, we had PlayStation, we had Xbox. Now I've moved on to PC so that you can see the Microsoft PC side of things. So what I'm going to do is let you see what it looks like, and then we're going to do a little bit of a play, and then we're going to stop.
Everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded at the 6. And now about return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
Sports on your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me.
Now, like I said, when it comes to modern gaming and modern sports, 2K is the name that everybody goes to for 2K wrestling, WWE 2K, and then they go to 2K for the basketball. Also on the Nintendo Switch, also on the Xbox and PlayStation. Madden seems to be the #1 when it comes to football, when it comes to basketball. Besides FIFA, NBA 2K is now the leading game. They used to have like NBA Live 95 and Courtside and everything else. It seems like they don't do those anymore. Everything comes directly from 2K now. They did have an NCAA college basketball game that came out a little while ago, but now everything's been dipped into microtransactions, scanning your face in. The mechanics seem like they're lost in a lot of games, but the graphics you can't beat. Remember, we started out with square men with L's for feet, and now you have motion, full capture, smooth graphics, realistic voices, sound, audio. It's just absolutely amazing how far sports games have come from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s, and then the 2020s.
Mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
Bosch hits the pick for Lowry. It's rebounded by New York.
I'd like to see a next-gen NBA Jam game like this, but it's NBA Jam.
To be taking these kinds of shots, he has only himself to blame.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. That one, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Olman.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we talked earlier. He's confident in their ability to win the battle at the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Their big men do the work.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, Lowry, following the Porzingis miss from deep. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And too long on the shot. Toronto on defense. Pass to Ntilikina. There's Porzingis. That's him. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is where people get excited about Porzingis. Yes, he's got finesse, but he's not afraid to get in there and trade some elbows. Go ahead, big fella.
Now here's DeRozan. Over Hardaway. Another miss by DeRozan.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. Over Carter. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
Davis sets a screen. Three-pointer, Lowry. Raptors get it back. Davis kicks to Lowry. Fades and shoots. I'll get you back in new 24. The Knicks with the lead. And here we go with Anthony. Running it up the court. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size.
Welcome back. This has been a triumphant run down memory lane. And if y'all like this, maybe I'll do some more sports videos for you and dip into some games that you may have not seen. We came from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. Gaming has changed so much across that landscape and aspect. I just wish we had more of a variety of sports games now that we did back then. You saw Atari, you saw Nintendo, you saw Sega, you saw PlayStation, you saw Xbox, you saw PC. You encompassed the entire spectrum. We didn't do any handhelds, though I should have. Most of these games now can be found, the 2K games can be found on all platforms, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. There's rumor that a new Sega system is coming out and a new Atari system, but until they're here, I can't say anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what did you think about sports and sports gaming? I mean, if you come from the angle where I came from, some of these games I never even played, some of these games I never even heard of. Bulls versus the Blazers and the NBA playoff, Bulls versus the Lakers, NBA Jam, 2K, Madden, Blades of Steel, Double Dribble, Sega has an amazing handle when it comes to sports. I don't think you could beat Sega for sports in the 80s and 90s. Like, they were on point, all their systems. If you want me to do a deeper dive, I can, because Dreamcast, PlayStation, there's a bunch of other systems in between the Sega household, the PlayStation household, which is Sony, and the Xbox household, because there were some great games on PS3, some great games on 360, some great games on PS2, some great games on Dreamcast, Saturn. There's like, you can run across the spectrum on all the different systems. But if you dig this video, I will make another one just for you guys so that you check out some of the sports from old versus the new. Now, I don't think anybody's going to jump up and play Atari basketball with the two little men and the L for the feet and a little square ball that bounces, but you never know. You don't know the area of somebody's arena. There are some people that are older gentlemen like myself that would love to jump in there just because it's fun and nostalgic. And you have some people who want that beautiful Madden look, that beautiful graphics from 2K. They want to look like their favorite basketball player. They want to look like Carmelo. They want to look like Porzingis. They want to look like Kobe. They want to look like Shaq. They want to scan their face in and put their self in there and make their own dream team and their own career. Like, you can go anywhere with these games, but it's not just the facet of what type of game you do. You could play your favorite soccer player or footballer. You could do, I didn't do any of the FIFAs because I don't have any installed. I have them on some of my old systems, but I wanted to showcase the progression of them. So if you do like this video, and show it in the comments, show it in the likes, I will do more for you sports-wise. I am not a big sports guy when it comes to gaming, but I will wreck shot and play in certain games all the time, all day, every day. So anyway, thank you for joining me in sports and this huge leap through time from past, present, and future. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you want to see more of these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so that I know that you are feeling these videos and you are seeing these videos. But until next time, keep that game tight like Kobe did on game night. Your game is on and it's strong. And when it's on, it's like hot buttered popcorn drizzled all over Donkey Kong. I'll see you guys next time in the game. From the Game Dojo, it's your boy the Game Ninja. We out of here.